Okay, welcome back to the DataTrust BrainShare series of video tutorials on how to use the DataTrust secure online backup system. Today I'm going to show you how easy, how simple it is to create a backup job on DataTrust to back up your valuable data. For the purposes of this demonstration, I have on the E drive of this machine created a folder called DataTrust Demo Data, and let us pretend that this is our valuable data which we cannot afford to lose, and we're going to use the DataTrust secure online backup system to protect. Okay, so we open the client software and I put in the password, and once we're in the client software, you can see there's two major buttons here on the left hand side, backup and restore. If we click on the backup button, we can see the backup jobs are already created in the system. So we can see here we have a demo file backup, a demo Microsoft Exchange backup somebody has created already. We want to create our new backup job from the ground up to back up this particular folder here. So we're going to go to the gear wheel here, which is the settings section of the DataTrust OBM, backup settings. So we click on the gear wheel, and you have a plus and a minus sign here. Minus obviously to delete a backup job if you want to get rid of one of the existing backup jobs here already. Plus is to create a new one. So if I go to hitting the plus sign, and we're going to call this valuable data backup set. This is totally arbitrary. You can type anything you want in there. It's going to have no impact on the actual functioning of the job. What is important is you pick the type of job. As you can see here, DataTrust Online Backup supports a wide range of platforms and applications, from Lotus through Microsoft Exchange, SQL, Oracle, system state backups, right into the virtual environment of VMware and Hyper-V. We're using file backup, so we just click on file backup and next button. Next. This list here is the common file selections that you will have available on the machine you're using. So on this machine here, for example, it might be pretty normal to pick the desktop, pick documents, pick favorites, etc., etc. We're not doing that. We'll untick the documents folder. We just want to back up this folder on the E drive. So we go into the advanced button here, and the client software populates what's on our machine. So we can see here we have a C drive, we have a CD-ROM drive, and we have our drive that we want to back up. Right, when we expand the plus sign near it, we can see our folder in here, DataTrust Demo Data. I'll drive across this divider so you can see it better. DataTrust Demo Data. Now we could just tick in the box itself because there's only one folder on the E drive at the moment. But I would actually suggest here that we tick on the actual drive level. The reason for this is, if we back up at the drive level, if somebody creates a new folder in future on that drive, it'll be automatically included in the backup. Okay, so we hit OK. Now this is unticked. We know that our E drive is ticked in here. We go next. We'll not use a schedule on the first backup. The reason being is that the first backup is always going to be the longest backup. Now your initial backup could take 2 or 3 days depending on the amount of data you're going to be backing up. If that initial long backup collides with a scheduled backup, you're going to get loads of emails saying missed backup, can't run backup because there's a backup running, etc., etc. It's not going to cause any real problems, but it just complicates matters. So what I do here is remove the actual backup schedule and take the tick out of that box. We will go back into the backup settings further down the line, and we will actually configure a scheduled backup. So for the moment we leave it empty. I hit next. Encryption. Okay, very simple and quick explanation of encryption. Your data on your machine is totally readable and visible to you. It's encrypted using an encryption key into what's called ciphertext, and it's sent to us as ciphertext. We cannot see your data. In order to actually convert the data from the visible data that's on your machine into this encrypted ciphertext, it's encrypted using an encryption key. Just be careful. You cannot change this encryption key once the backup job is completed. So we go OK there, and it says backup set successfully. We say OK. I click OK here, and make sure to hit the save setting button up here. So basically what that does is it saves the backup job that we've just created up onto the DataTrust secure online backup servers. And sure enough, if we hit on this backup button now, we can see in addition to the two jobs we saw earlier, there's our new backup job called the valuable data backup set. So if I click on the valuable data backup set and hit OK, it's going to kick off backing up our data. And now we're nearly at the end there. And we can see on screen that it has completed the backup successfully. And if we choose, we have the view log button, which means we can open the log here, the backup log, and we can see what was backed up. And there's only 50 logs per page here, which means that it's spread out over 2 pages. If I move that up to, let's say 1,000 logs per page, well then it becomes only 1 page. And if we go down to the very bottom, we say backup completed successfully. I hit close there. Bear in mind that backup log and a notification is sent to the contacts for this backup client. Where are the contacts configured? Down the bottom left hand corner, this green button, user profile. If I click on that, we have a list here. There's only one person there, myself at the moment, of who will receive backup notifications for the job. So you can add as many people as you want to here, and every one of them will get a notification to say whether the backup is successful, failed, and indeed they will get notifications when restores are done. Now, just cancel that for a second. I want to go back to something I discussed with you when we were creating the job, with the idea of a schedule. If we go back in now, we've created our backup job, so we go back into this gear wheel again, the backup setting folder. If we go down, first of all, make sure you pick the correct job you want to work on, which is our valuable data backup set. If we go down to schedule, backup schedule, now once we have the first backup run, we now can go ahead and work on our schedule. So I put a tick here, run schedule on this computer. Now the reason that option is there is that you could use the one online backup account to back up several computers, and that the schedule will be specific to those computers. So like if I had 5 backup jobs there for different computers, only one of them would say run schedule backup on this computer because it's the only one that's running on it. So I want to run this, we'll say Monday to Friday, so we'll call it valuable data backup schedule, and we'll say we want to run it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We won't say Saturday, right? And we'll say we want to run it at 7 o'clock in the evening, and we leave it run until it finishes. Okay, all these options, have a look at our documentation and the user manual, and it will tell you exactly what all these different options are. A lot of it is pretty straightforward, but that's a pretty simple schedule there. We say OK, we say OK again, make sure hit save settings save successfully, and then hit quit. That's it. You have a simple file backup job set up there. Your folder is protected. We know there's a copy of it up on the securely stored in the DataTrust secure online backup system. In the next video, we will go through doing a test restore on that backup. Thanks very much for joining me.